Konnichiwa, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to be talking about credibility. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 5th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. And they're all available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 266. Today we're talking about building our credibility statement. In sales, we definitely need a credibility statement. Buyers are always worried about buying what they don't need or paying too much for what they do buy. The subterranean vibe is one of distrust towards salespeople. We have to work hard to overcome that fundamental doubt. Salespeople without a solid sales process won't have this valuable persuasion tool at their disposal. In fact, they will be like lemmings leaping off a cliff, running headlong into the explanation of the features of their solution. We need to create an atmosphere of trust before we start asking questions to understand buyer needs. We may love our solution, we may know about it in depth, and we may know we are a great company, but the buyer doesn't have a clue about any of this. They are sceptical, uncertain, doubtful, cautious, and basically afraid of being conned. Early in the sales conversation, we need to put all of that to rest and set up for permission to ask questions. The credibility statement is needed when we make the first contact with a client, and this may be in person, by email, phone call, Zoom call, etc. It is sometimes called our elevator pitch because it has to be concise, clear, and attractive. How do you start when you introduce yourself? What can you say about your company in one sentence so that the buyer is very clear what you do? Do you have a set formula for this to build trust with the client, or are you winging it every time? When you have a well-thought-through structure, it takes a lot of stress off the sales process. How does this work in reality? In my case, I would say, "Hi, my name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo. We are global soft skills training experts and masters of delivery and sustainment. Do you have a moment to talk?" This tells the client who I am and gives them some insight into the intention of the call by telling them what I do. Next, we need a strong hook to grab their interest. We need something that will strike a nerve with them, something that will grab their attention and tell them it is worthwhile continuing this conversation with us. We've heard from our clients that salespeople are really struggling with virtual selling and getting through to their buyers. Have you heard and found the same thing? This is currently a very common problem for sales teams, so the listener can immediately relate to this being an issue. Because the solution is so difficult, there's also a strong probability they have not been able to solve this issue by themselves, so they will be curious to hear how to fix the problem. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is being brought to us by on the 2nd of December. We have in our professional leadership series, we're doing innovation process. On the 7th and 8th of December, high-impact presentations in Japanese. On the 9th, we're doing professional leadership, solving problems and making decisions. On the 14th, we're doing the course preview. And on the 16th, professiononal leadership again, we're doing planning process. Check out our website, www.dale.carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. And they're all available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Now we need some evidence of what we've done for other clients, which is relevant for this buyer. Ideally, the other client referred to should be as similar as possible to the client we are now discussing business with. Recently, we worked with a large service provider like yourself and focused on helping their salespeople make the adjustment to selling online. They reported that their appointment rate went up by 25% after the training and their closing rate tripled. When we quote these numbers, and we should quote numbers, they have to be real and provable. If the client asks for proof and it becomes obvious we are using spurious data, then the whole trust comes apart and the relationship is dead. We need to suggest we can help, and we do that in a special way. We say, maybe we can do the same for you. I'm not sure, but if you allow me to ask a few questions, I will know if we are in a position to help you or not. This is a very important bridge because we want to receive permission before we start digging into all of their problems and strife. As human beings, we normally would never share our troubles with a stranger. So this is a critical step. If they have the time during the call, we will begin asking our qualifying questions right there and then. If not, we will ask for the appointment, which could be face-to-face or it might be a Zoom call. We ask for the appointment in a simple but effective way by offering an alternative of choice. I would say, shall we get together? Is this week fine, or how about next week? I see, next week. Then how about Wednesday or Friday? I see, Thursday is better. How are you suited at 10 a.m. in the morning? Great, thank you. I look forward to speaking with you then. Salespeople who miss this vital step of the credibility statement make life hard for themselves unnecessarily. It is simple and effective. We should all be drawing on its power to set us up for the questioning stage of the sales meeting. If you're not asking any questions and just jumping into the features explanation, then we need to talk. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Use it and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.